Hello, welcome to Consortium of National Law Universities. The Executive Committee of the Consortium in its meeting of September 16 had authorized the CLAT convener Professor Balraj Chauhan to constitute an expert committee to examine the objections to the exam, to the questions and to the answer key. Therefore, on the day we uploaded the question paper and the key, we also invited your objections. We have received many objections, but we also refer to this committee objections which have been filed after the publication of response sheet. Now, what was this response sheet? This response sheet was nothing but the carbon copy of OMR sheet in a pen and paper exam. It was a computer generated sheet without any manual intervention. Therefore, the committee noted number of objections which have been made. Many of them were unnecessary. And the committee was of the view that unlike NEET, JEE, and other tests which charge rupees 1000 per objection, since CLAT consortium had made filing of objections absolutely free, there was unduly large number of objections filed. The committee had recommended to the executive committee and the governing body that from CLAT 2021 we should also charge some fee for the filing of objections. Now, a lot of technical issues were raised. Many coaching centers, legal websites did number of stories about the problem in the response sheet, the problem in the other technical issues. All technical problems raised by the CLAT aspirants were closely examined. There were news articles which said that probably the service provider was not good enough. Let me make it abundantly clear. Our service provider, TCS Ion, has been using same software for 11 years, and it has worked perfectly in terms of the answers chosen by the candidates and the response sheet generated by the system. The service provider was found to be the most trustworthy and reputed service provider, which has a track record of successfully conducting national level admission tests such as NEET PG, JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, GATE, Banking Services Examination, Railway Recruitment Board examinations. The committee randomly examined the audit log of number of candidates who has raised objections to the response sheet, even though this was not within the jurisdiction of the objection committee as constituted originally. But we also looked at it, and the expert committee did not find any discrepancy between the clicks made by the candidate as recorded in the audit log and the response sheet. In fact, the audit log showed that one candidate has changed his options not once, twice, or thrice, but as many as 6 times. And it is the sixth option which was recorded in the audit log and reflected in the response sheet. Therefore, the candidates and the coaching centers which have tried to play this story that probably your last option is not reflected in the response sheet and the earlier option continues to be reflected, there was no truth found in this allegation. The committee said that since the audit trail of each candidate is the most authentic evidence of every click and mouse movement, in case of dispute, service provider shall make available to the court of law the audit trail of the concerned candidate. The service provider has thus been directed to keep the audit trail record intact. Let me also make it clear, In no other test, audit trail is put on the website or shared with the candidate. This will be given to the court if any court of law directs consortium to produce the audit trail. The expert committee also noted that as many as 5 UG mock tests and 3 PG mock tests were conducted before the test. And in these tests, 50,000 candidates had appeared. I must thank Professor Sudhir Krishnaswamy for supervising these conduct of the mock examinations. Now, if 50,000 candidates had appeared in these mock tests, which were conducted on the same platform, with same instructions, is it right for them to say that in mock there was X instruction and in CLAT there was Y instruction? All the instructions were same except calculator, because calculator was provided in mock without approval of the CLAT convener and executive committee of consortium. It was withdrawn, and all the candidates prior to the conduct of CLAT were duly informed that calculator would not be available to them. The expert committee also examined the objections regarding what is said to be mark for review. Number of websites have done stories. Hundreds and thousands of phones have reached me and other members of the consortium, but the expert committee found no ambiguity between the instructions in the mock test, which were conducted to familiarize the candidates with CLAT, and CLAT instructions of September 28. Both the instructions were found to be exactly the same. It was clearly written in the instructions that mark for review will not be considered for evaluation, and hence no marks will be allocated towards the same. The committee noted that the instructions were so abundantly clear and it was absolutely explicitly stated that mark for review will not be considered for evaluation and candidates will not receive either positive or negative marks for such questions. It is important because if you wrongly mark an answer, 0.25 marks are to be deducted. We did not consider mark for review as an answer. That's why for wrong answer we did not deduct any mark. Since the instructions were same both in mock test and CLAT 2020, the expert committee found no substance in the objections and recommended to the executive committee that mark for review questions cannot be considered as answers for evaluation. The committee concluded that any change in the policy would adversely affect the merit and rank of candidates who have correctly followed the instructions. The executive committee and the governing body accepted the recommendation of the expert committee and resolved that rules of examination cannot be changed after the conduct of the exam. It is too late in the day to change the rules, since we explicitly said in mocks as well as in the instruction that mark for review will not be counted. Now it is impossible for consortium to take it into account and award marks for it or give negative marks for it. The expert committee also noted that the instructions were explicit on the point that only the answers that have been clicked save and next will be considered for evaluation. Regarding the change of answer to a question that has already been answered but not marked for review, the candidate simply had to select the question and repeat the procedure for answering the question. And this procedure was clearly written in point number 8 of instructions. The committee in particular noted instruction 8B, which clearly said, and I quote, to deselect your chosen answer, click on the button of the chosen option again, or click the clear response button, unquote. Thus, the candidates had an option either to click on the initially chosen option and change their option, or click clear response button and give a fresh option. For both mark for review as well as clear response, audit trail recorded same response, and thus no candidate was disadvantaged in any way. The executive committee and the governing body thank TCS Ion for the excellent services rendered by them. On the expert committee's recommendations, 3 questions in UG examination and 1 question in PG examination have been dropped by the consortium. So now in UG, you will be evaluated not out of 150 but 147. In PG, you will be evaluated not out of 120 but 119. In addition, in UG examination, keys of 4 answers are being changed, one each in English and current affairs, including GK, and 2 in quantitative techniques. The expert committee did not recommend any change in legal reasoning and logical reasoning. Similarly, there will be no change in the PG examination key. Some students have quoted my video of last year in which, while talking of the changes in the pattern of exam, I had said, just chill. This just chill was about the change in the pattern of exam. Some of you were really worried as if heavens have fallen. I said these changes are not going to make your life very, very difficult. Just chill does not mean you will not work and yet get selected. You have to put in your effort. One examination is not the end of the world. I am sure that you will lead your life as a successful human being. And therefore, those who are not able to make it to NLUs should not feel frustrated. There is a life beyond NLUs as well. The governing body and the executive committee, which met today, thank Professor Balraj Chauhan, CLAT convener, for the successful conduct of CLAT 2020 and appreciated the assistance given by other members of the consortium. All the very best. Go to the consortium website. We are going to publish the result on 5th. The counseling process is going to start. Also, you must visit individual universities' websites. Keep your documents and fee ready, and welcome to the family of National Law Universities. All the very best. Thank you very much.